Let's start. So as I said, it's a very important topic, mean and median. This is going to be continued in class 10 also. Okay. Joshua, what happened?
So I couldn't on the video, sir, today. Internet issue, sir.
Joshua, I couldn't hear.
So we have internet issues, sir.
Okay, Joshua. Okay, fine. Then you keep it off. Yeah. Fine. Now, children, this is a topic which is going to be there in class 10 also, and the total weightage of this topic, mean, median, and one more additional topic will come in class 10, which is known as mode, and the total weightage in class 10 is for 10 marks. Okay, the total weightage in board examination is 10 marks. So if you have your basics right in class 9, this chapter is going to be very easy for you, and easily you can score 10 marks in class 10 board examination also. Okay, so even if your school examination is over, and you people are totally free now, don't bother, children. Don't think about your completed examination. Just try to learn the concepts from me so that this will help you in class 10. Okay, now the first topic that we are going to learn is mean. Children, you have already learned mean in class 7 or class 8. You know what is the meaning of mean? Average. Have you heard this before? Average. This is something which you have learned in class 8 or class 9. The meaning of mean is what? Average. Okay, and you all know what the meaning of average is. Average is all about finding the value which comes exactly in the central position if n number of values are arranged in front of you. Okay, I repeat, average is all about finding a value which comes in the exact central position if a number of observations are kept in front of you. Okay, this is the most local language which I can use to teach what an average is. Now, children, many of them don't understand what I said. So what I'll do is I will give you an example for this and teach you what is the meaning of average. Let's take question number 2. They are asking you to find the mean or the average of the first 6 natural numbers. So if I ask you to write the first 6 natural numbers, you all can do it. Which are the first 6 natural numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are the these are the first 6 natural numbers. Now what they are asking us to find? The average. Okay, children, what was the local definition which I gave you for average? It is the value which comes exactly in the central position when a number of observations are kept in front of you. So as I promised, did I keep a few observations in front of you? Yes, I have kept it. Which are those observations? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Just a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, how to find that value which comes exactly in the central position of these arranged observations? What is it?
Is it 21 divided by 6?
Yes. So, children, we are going to find the central value for this given set of observations. So, in order to find that central value, we apply the concept of average or the concept of mean. Okay, the concept of average or the concept of mean. Now, how do we denote average or mean? That is denoted by X bar. Children, how will you pronounce this? You will pronounce this as X bar. Make a note of this. How do we denote average? By using X bar. Okay, X bar is equal to the sum of all the observations. I repeat, children, the sum of all the observations. Which are the observations given to us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So find the sum of all the observations and then divide it by the total number of observations which were given to you. Here, how many observations were given to you? Total 6 observations were given to you, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total how many observations? 6 observations. So Shall we find the answer? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. How much it is? 21. 21 divided by 6. And how much is 21 divided by 6? 21 divided by 6 is 3.5. You all agree with this? 6 3s are 18, balance 3. Oh, sorry, 6 into 5 is 30. How many of you got this answer, children? Everyone got 3.5? Very good, Terence. Yeah. So you all got the average as what? 3.5. Okay, I cannot see anyone today. What happened? I can see only Terence. What about Namrata? Nana, I can see now. Keep the cameras on, children, so that I feel like teaching. Now, let me go once again with the definition of average. What was the local definition which I gave you, children? It is the value which comes exactly in the central position of a number of observations kept in front of you, isn't it? So which were the observations kept in front of you? It were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, what is the average value that you got? What is the average value that you got? It is 3.5, isn't it? So children, 3.5 will come where? Exactly in the middle of 3 and 4, isn't it? This is your number 3, this is your number 4, and 3.5 will come exactly in the middle of 3 and 4. So that is why I said average is all about finding the middle value or the central value for a given number of observations. Are you getting it? 3.5 comes exactly in the middle of the given set of observations. All right. One more example, children. Let's do question number 4. Nana, is it clear? Terence, Dikshit, everyone?
Sir.
If the camera is on, without fail. Find the mean of the first 10 odd natural numbers. Find the mean of the first 10 odd natural numbers. Children, before you start finding the average or mean, write down or enlist. Write down or enlist the first 10 odd natural numbers so that it becomes very easy for you to find the average of those first 10 odd natural numbers. Which is the first odd natural number? I think it is 1, isn't it? The second odd natural number is what? 3, then 5, then 7, then 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. These are the first 10 odd natural numbers. They are asking us to find what? The average or the mean of all these 10 odd natural numbers. How will you find it, children? X bar is equal to the sum of all these numbers. That is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19 whole divided by, what is the total number of observations? It is 10. Isn't it? The total number of observations is 10. Now let's find the sum of all these numbers. Children, 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 7 is 16, 16 plus 9 is 25, 25 plus 11 is 36, 36 plus 13 is 49, 49 plus 15 is 64, 64 plus 17 is 81, 81 plus 19 is how much? 100. Isn't it? 100. So the sum of all the 10 odd natural numbers divided by the total number of observations, which is 10. What is 100 divided by 10? It is 10 itself. So the average will be what? 10. Okay. Now, if you have a doubt, you just check, children. Where does 10 come? Children, these are the numbers given to you. These are the numbers given to you. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19. Just now you found that the average of these given set of observations is what? 10. Now, where does 10 come, children? 10 comes in between 9 and 11, isn't it? 10 comes in between 9 and 11. So somewhere over here, you are getting the average value. So is it going according to the definition which I taught you? Yes, I think it is going with the definition which I taught you. What is average? It is the value which comes exactly in the central position for a given set of observations, isn't it? 10 is coming exactly in the middle. Yeah. See this towards the left hand side of 10. Children, towards the left hand side of 10. How many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Towards the right hand side of 10. How many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isn't it? So 10 comes exactly in the central position. Am I teaching you properly, children? Things are clear? Nana? It's clear, no? Fine. Yeah. Nana, you are using phone today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Every day you use phone?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, fine. All right. No, your phone is shaking today. That's why I asked.
Sir, I'm not sitting at the dining table today, so I'm
Okay.
holding.
Okay. Otherwise, usually that plant comes in between, no? Where is Terence, man? Keep the camera on. Seriously. Animesh, good evening. Keep the camera on. Animesh.
Sir, 2 minutes.
Before I instruct you, you should do it. Find the mean of all factors of 10. Very interesting question, children. Okay, this time it is slightly indirect. In the first and the second question, children, they had already given you what are the numbers, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and so on. Even though they hadn't given you directly the numbers, but still it was very easy to figure out what the numbers are. But here, you have to find the average of all factors of 10. All right. Okay, so when compared to the first and the second sum, this one is a little bit more challenging. All factors of 10. So children, which are the factors of 10 that you have to find out? So I'll teach you a very easy method. Children, just remember the multiplication table which you had learned when you were very small. Okay, just recall the multiplication table which you had learned in your young school days. 10 can be written as what? 1 into 10. You all agree with this? And then 10 can also be written as what? 2 into 5. Isn't it? So it's very easy for us to determine what are the factors of 10. You just need to remember the multiplication table of 10 or the multiplication table in which you get the answer as 10. So children, which are the factors of 10? 1, 2, and then 5 and 10, isn't it? 1, 2, 5, 10. So these are the factors. So in the exam paper, you have to mention this. Factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, and 10. All right. Once you find the factors of 10, you can start finding the average of all the factors of 10. How will you find it, children? X bar is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 5 plus 10 whole divided by the number of observations or the number of factors of 10. What it was? 4. So 1 plus 2 plus 5 plus 10 whole divided by 4. Let's do this. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 10 is 18. So 18 divided by 4. What is 18 divided by 4? I think it is 4.5. You all agree with this? It is 4.5. Okay. Easy? Now, children, what were the observations given to us? 1, 2, 5, and 10. And what is the answer or what is the average which we have found? The average which we have found is 4.5, isn't it? So don't you feel, children, 4.5 will come somewhere in the middle of 2 and 5? Somewhere in the middle of 2 and 5. Do you all agree with this, children? Somewhere in the middle of 2 and 5, right? Towards the left of 4.5 is what? 1 and 2. How many observations are there? 2 observations are there. Towards the right hand side of 4.5, how many observations are there? 2 observations are there, isn't it? So 4.5 is placed exactly in the middle of the given set of observations. Okay, it is set exactly in the middle of the given set of observations. Clear? Let's do one more. Question number 5. Namrata, any doubt, Namrata, please ask me. A highly scoring topic, so don't miss the classes, okay? Animesh, very good. Anyway, so you can write it in the simplified form, isn't it?
So can we write it in the mixed fraction?
I would recommend you to write it in decimal form, not in mixed fraction. Okay. So we'll start. Find the mean of x plus 3, x plus 5, x plus 7, x plus 9, and x plus 11. Children, in the first 4 sums which we did today, sorry, first 3 sums that we have done today, we were having proper numbers, isn't it? We were having proper numbers. Numerical based sum we were doing. But this question is slightly different. And how it is different? Instead of giving you numbers, they have given us what? Variables. See this? X plus 3, x plus 5, x plus 7, x plus 9, and x plus 11. And they want us to find the average of these given observations. Let's do it. So children, there is no change in the concept. X bar will be what? The sum of all the given observations divided by the number of observations, right? So it would be x plus 3 plus x plus 5 plus x plus 7 plus x plus 9 plus x plus 11 whole divided by the total number of observations, which is 5. The total number of observations, which is 5. Now, let us do the simplification. Children, x plus x plus x plus x plus x. How much it is? It is equal to 5x. Put the plus sign. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 7 is 15. 15 plus 9 is 24. 24 plus 11 is what? 35. Whole divided by 5. So children, we are getting 5x plus 35 divided by 5. Who has given me the answer? Animation. Very good. Now, is this the final way of writing the answer? I would say no. Children, if you leave the answer in this form, your teacher may deduct 1 mark. Because in mathematics, whenever there is a chance of simplification, you should always go that extra mile and simplify it. Okay. How can we further simplify this? Children, from 5x and 35, can't I take 5 as a common factor? I can take 5 as a common factor. So inside the bracket, what is left? X plus 7 whole divided by 5. Okay. 5 into x plus 7 whole divided by 5. Now what will happen? 5 and 5 will get eliminated. So what is left? Only x plus 7 is left. So this will be the average for the given set of observations.
Sir, I directly divided 5 with 5x and 35, sir.
How done?
Sir,
Like
because
this.
I know there's going to be 7, x is plus x plus
Like
7.
this.
Yes, sir.
5x upon 5 plus 35 upon 5. This is how you did it.
Yes, sir.
Now this is also right. X plus 7. You get the same answer. Perfect. Very good. Okay. So let's do question number 6. Children, please ask me your doubts if you have any. Okay, interrupt and ask. The main problem is, children, you people are sitting online and I don't know what's happening out there. Huh? So unless you don't ask me proactively, I won't be able to help you out. Let's start. First, what they are asking us to find the average x bar. Children, here they have used small letter x, but there is no problem even if you use capital letter X. Okay, there is no harm in doing that. Fine. Let us find the average. X bar is equal to, let's take all the numbers. The first number is 9.8. Second number is 5.4. Third number is 3.7. Fourth number 1.7. Fifth number 1.8. Next number 2.6. Be a little careful when you are adding these numbers. Plus 8.6 plus 10.5 plus 11.1. And then what we have to do, children, then what we have to do, we have to just divide the sum of all the observations with the total number of observations. How many observations were there, by the way? Joshua, are you there in the class? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Sir,
10. 10 observations are there. Very good. Now I want you all to add these decimal numbers and give me an answer. Hurry up. I am not going to do it, children. You have to. Did you all get the same?
Sir, I got something different, sir, but I need to check it again. Maybe it's wrong.
Is it? I'll just do it on my calculator just to confirm it. Animesh is saying 63. Okay, so what are the numbers here? 9.8 plus 5.4 plus 3.7 plus 1.7 plus 1.8 plus 2.6.
I'm getting 64, sir.
You're getting 64. Okay. Why so? Let's check. 2.8 plus 8.6 plus 10.5 plus 11.1. My goodness, I'm getting 58. Did I miss out on some value?
Oh, sir, I also got 58.
It's 58. Yeah, I did it on my calculator and I think I haven't missed any value. Animesh, Joshua, Dikshit, please do
Even
it.
I got
Hello.
as 58, sir.
58 only, no? Very good. Yeah. Animesh, Joshua. So it is 58 divided by 10, which is equal to 5.8. Okay. Yeah. Good job. What about number? Yeah. Children, what is sigma? Sigma is a Greek letter. And sigma signifies sum of. That means you have to find the sum of all the given observations. Okay. Or the sum of whatever is given to you. The meaning of sigma word is what? Sum of. Okay. Suppose you have three different purses, three different wallets. In the first wallet, you have 100 rupees. Second wallet, you have 200. In the third wallet, you have 50 rupees. If I ask you what is the sigma of all your pocket money, what you will do? You will add the pocket money in all the three pockets. So 100 plus 200 plus 50, which is 350 rupees. Understood? Sigma is nothing but sum of. Now here they are asking us to find sigma xi minus x bar. Okay. Children, I would request you to write down all these observations. Okay. Whatever observations they have given us. Whatever observations they have given us in a vertical order. I would request you to write down all the observations given to you in the vertical order. Can you please do it a little fast? Okay, all the observations in the vertical order. Did you all write it down? What are the observations? 9.8, 5.5. I'll just copy paste this. Yeah. Now let me write it here. The first observation is what? 9.8. Then 5.4. Then 3.7, 1.7, 1.8, 2.6, 2.8, 8.6, 10.5. All
11.1.
11.1 is also there. Okay. Let me write it here. 11.1. 11.1. Wrote it? So then, did you notice what I wrote as the heading of this column? Did you notice what I wrote as the heading of this column? Xi. You know what is the meaning of Xi? Xi means all the set of observation. I mean all the observations given to you in this question. Okay. Xi means all the observations given to you in this question. Now it's quite natural to have a doubt like this in your mind. Why that letter I is associated with X? A very natural doubt that every other student must be having. Why there is an I associated with this variable X? So if you understand what is the meaning of that I, your doubt will be cleared. Children, I means the position of the observation given to you in the list. I repeat, I signifies the position of the observation given to you in the list. So if I say I is equal to 1, then it implies x1. If I say I is equal to 2, it implies x2. If I say I is equal to 3, then it signifies x3. If I say I is equal to 4, it signifies x4. Are you getting it? So children, if I ask you what is x1 over here? What is x1 over here? 9.8, because that was the first observation given to you, isn't it? What is x2 here? 5.4, because that was the second observation given to you in the list. What is x3 here? It is 3.7, and it goes on like that. So what is this, children? X4. This is x5. This is x6, x7, x8, x9, and x10. Total, how many observations were given to us? 10 observations were given to us, isn't it? And children, each and every observation has been given a particular address. I repeat, each and every observation is given a particular address. What is the address? X1, X2, X3, X4, X5, X6, X7, X8, X9, and X10. Okay, so this part is clear. You understood what is the meaning of writing Xi, where I stands for the position in which the particular observation is arranged in the list. Okay, this part is clear. Animes, Joshua, Terence, Nana, is clear?
Yes,
Fine?
sir.
All right. Now, children, they were asking us to find sigma xi minus x bar. Okay, sigma xi minus x bar. We will come to that sigma later on. But before that, children, let me ask you, what would be the value for xi minus x bar? Let us create a separate column for xi minus x bar. Okay, let me create a separate column for xi minus x bar. Now you must be thinking, quite natural, children. You must be having these questions in your mind. What do you mean by xi minus x bar? Okay, children, if I ask you, what was the value of x bar here? You only said 5.8, isn't it? You only said it is 5.8. So I will just erase this portion and then continue with this sum. Children, I am going to teach you what is xi minus x bar. A few minutes before, I told you xi means each and every value that is given to you in the list, isn't it? Xi means each and every value given to you in the list, where x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6, x7, x8, x9, and x10 are the 10 different values given to you in this long list of numbers. So when they ask you to find xi minus x bar, you know what you have to do? You have to individually find what is x1 minus x bar. Okay, you have to individually find what is x1 minus x bar, then x2 minus x bar, then x3 minus x bar, x4 minus x bar, x5 minus x bar, and it goes on till where? Children, it goes on till where? X10 minus x bar. Did you follow this? This is what you have to do when they ask us to calculate xi minus x bar. Okay, each and every observation given to you in the list has to be subtracted by the mean value or the average value. Let us do the first one. Children, what is x1? Children, what is x1? X1 is 9.8 minus, how much was the average? 5.8. So let us do it. 9.8 minus 5.8. 9.8 minus 5.8 is how much? It is equal to 4. Second one, x2 is what? 5.4 minus 5.8. How much it would be? 0 minus 0.4. You all agree with this? 5.4 minus 5.8 is what? Minus 0.4. The next one, children, x3 minus x bar. x3 is what? 3.7 minus 5.8, and that is equal to how much? Minus 2.1. How much it is? Joshua, is it correct? Terence, is it correct?
Yeah.
Minus 2.1.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Next one is
I just messaged Dean, sir. He is not replying.
Okay, thank you. 1.7 minus 5.8. How much it should be? 1.7 minus 5.8. Is it 4.1?
Yes, sir.
Minus 4.1. Then x5 is what? 1.8. So 1.8 minus 4, 5.8 is minus 4. Okay. Then comes x6 minus x bar. X6 is how much? 2.6 minus 5.8. How much it is? I think it is 3.2 minus 3.2. The next one is what? 2.8 minus 5.8. How much it is? Minus 3. Then comes 8.6 minus 5.8. How much it is? 8.6 minus 5.8. 2. How much it would be? 2.8. Tell me, no, children.
Yes, sir, 2.8.
Yeah, very good. Then comes 10.5 minus 5.8. How much it would be?
So 4.7.
4.7. Oh, okay. Then comes 11.1 minus 5.8. How much it is? 5.3.
Yes, sir.
5.3. Now comes the most important part. Children, they were asking us to find what? Sigma of xi minus x bar. This is what they were asking us to find. Now let me teach you the meaning of this. Children, sigma is what? Sigma is what? Sum of. Now just now we learned sigma is what? Sum of. So sum of what? Xi minus x bar. And that is what you have been doing so far, isn't it? That is what you have been doing so far. You are finding xi minus x bar. No, for each and every individual value of xi, you are finding xi minus x bar. And the numbers are over here. Now, children, they are asking us to get the sum of all these values. Sigma of xi minus x bar. They are asking us to find the sum of all these values for xi minus x bar. Within seconds, I need the answer. Please do it fast and send me. Yeah. The mean of 15 observations, right? The mean of 15 observations is 32. Find the resulting mean if the observation is increased by 3. Very smart type of a question. Okay, not a typical kind of a question where all the numbers are given and like small children you have to find the average. Okay, some change is there. The mean of 15 observations is 32. So children, the total number of observations is equal to what? 15. I'm just using variable n for mentioning the total number of observations. Okay, that is equal to 15. All this while we have been dealing with the observations. No children, 6 observations, 10 observations, 12 observations, 11 observations. So here we don't know exactly what the observations are. We don't know whether they are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, falana, falana. We have no idea about it. We just know in this given data or in this given list, there are 15 observations. And if you take the average of these 15 observations, that would be equal to what? 32. Now, they're asking, find the resulting mean if the observation is increased by 3. If the observation is increased by 3. Children, I think they forgot to mention a word here, each observation. Can you please check this in your textbook? Question number 7. Find the resulting mean if each observation is increased by 3. Animesh?
So if each observation is increasing by 3, which means that we need to take the multiples of 3, right?
That I will tell you. But before that, in the question, have they mentioned if each observation is increased by 3?
So I don't have my book right now. Just a second.
Let Naina check it. Let Naina check it. Or Deekshit. Joshua, do you have a textbook?
No, sir. School. Locker.
So it is each observations.
It's each observation, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Fine. Yeah. Now, children, if each observation is increased by 3, fine. Now, this is how you have to think. Children, usually, how do we find average? We find the average of given number of observations by doing total number of, the sum of all the observations, the sum of all observations. Please make a note of this. How do we find average? By finding the sum of all observations and dividing it by the number of observations. You all have to agree with this. How do we find average? By taking the sum of all the given observations one after the other, divided by the number of observations given to you in the list, isn't it? Now, children, if you want to write this definition of average in a notation form, this is how you can write. X bar is equal to sum of all the observations. Children, what is that Greek letter which I taught you now for sum? It was sigma, isn't it? It was sigma. So children, instead of writing sum of all observations, let me write it as sigma of xi. Do you all agree with this? What is xi, children? Multiple times I told you what is xi. Xi means each and every observation given to you in the list, where I stands for the position in which each and every observation is kept. Okay, so you understood the meaning of xi. Sigma xi means what? The sum of all the observations given to you in the list. What is sigma xi, children? The sum of all the observations given to you in the list, divided by the number of observations. The number of observations can always be represented by small letter n. Okay. So children, the formula can be written as what? X bar is equal to sigma xi divided by n. I want you all to put this inside a box. This is the formula. See children, after doing around 6 sums, I taught you the actual formula to find average. Okay, if I teach you everything in the beginning itself, you will be confused because you don't know what is the meaning of sigma, what is the meaning of I, what is n. You had no idea. So after doing 6 sums, you got an idea. Okay, fine. X bar is average, sigma is sum of, xi is all the observations given to us. N is what? All the, I mean the number of observations given to us. Now everything is crystal clear in your head. Okay, so no space for doubt. Now, children, x bar is equal to sigma xi upon n. What is the value of x bar here? The average 32. It is given to us. Sigma xi. Do we know what is sigma xi? That means the sum of all the 15 observations. We have no idea, isn't it? We have no idea what is the sum of all the 15 observations. Divided by what is the total number of observations? It is 15, isn't it? The total number of observations is 15. Now you all know basic maths. You all know basic maths. If you come across a situation like this, what you do in the next step, children? What you do in the next step? You just cross multiply, isn't it? So 15 multiplied by 32. Children, 15 multiplied by 32 gives you what? Sigma xi. What is 15 into 32? Can somebody help me with this? 32 into 10 is 3. How much it is, Nana?
So 480, I think.
480. 480. Nana, is it correct? 480?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 480 is equal to sigma xi. Or else you can simply write it as what? Sigma xi is equal to 480. Now, what did you understand from here? Children, what did you understand from here? Sigma xi is equal to 480. Just now I taught you the meaning of sigma xi. It is the sum of all the given I observations. Isn't it? It is the sum of all the given observations. Okay. So children, sigma xi is equal to what? 480. Okay. Now, just keep this as equation number 1. We will use it later. What is the remaining part of the question? Read this. Find the resulting mean. Okay, find the resulting mean if each observation is increased by 3. This is the highlight of the question. You have to find the average, the new average. You have to find the new average in case each and every 15 observation is increased by 3. Okay, if each and every observation is what? Increased by 3, then what will be the new average? All right, so let me teach you with a very good illustration. Children, otherwise you won't understand. If you don't learn it through an illustration, you won't understand this. Imagine, say for example, I'm giving you some observations like 4, 9, 12, 13, 17, 20, and so on. Okay, I have given you 6 observations. Now, children, if I tell you that each and every observation given to you, how many observations given to you? 6 observations. Each and every observation given to you is increased by 3. Then 4 will become what? 4 will become what? If it is increased by 3, 4 will become 7. If 9 is increased by 3, then 9 will become what? 12. If 12 is increased by 3, then 12 will become what? 15. If 13 is increased by 3, 13 will become what? 16. If 17 is increased by 3, 17 will become what? 20. If 20 is increased by 3, then 20 will become what? 23. This is the meaning of saying that each and every observation is increased by 3. Okay, this is the meaning of saying each and every observation is increased by 3. Now, children, let me ask you one more question. Each and every observation is what? Increased by 3, right? Okay. Can you tell me what would have been the sum of the actual observations given to you in the beginning? Huh? Can you tell me what would be the sum of the actual observations which were given to you, like 4, 9, 12, 13, 17, 20? How much it would have been? 25, 38, 55, and 75. Do you all agree with that? No? Tell me, children.
Also 75.
75. No? Very good. So, children, I will write here sigma xi for all the old observations. Okay. Now we are having old and new observations. No? The old observations are what? 4, 9, 12, 13, 17, 20. So if I ask you to find the sum of all the old observations, it is equal to 75. Now, children, if I ask you how much would have been the sum of all the new observations, okay, what would have been the sum of all the new observations? How much it would have been? So you would have
So is
added
it
7.
93?
How much it is?
Sir, is it 93?
It is 93. You all agree with that? Animesh, Dikshit, I think it is 93. Okay, I think it is 93. Animesh, Joshua, Dikshit, did you all get it?
So just a
7 plus 12 is 19. 7 plus 12 is 19. 19 plus 15 is 34. 34 plus 16 is 50. 50 plus 20 is 70.
So I don't
70
think
plus
so.
20 is 93.
So I don't think so because
93. Just take the sum of all these numbers. Dikshit, Terence, how much you are getting? Me and Nana are getting 93. Joshua, how much you are getting?
Sir,
93.
93, sir.
93.
93, sir.
93.
93.
93. Now, children, I have a question for you. I have a question for you. Okay. Can you tell me what is the difference between the new value, which is 93, and the old value, which is 75? What is the difference between both?
Sir, I think it's 80.
18. 93 minus 75, which is equal to what? 18. Right? Now, you must be thinking, why am I asking you such dumb questions? 93 minus 75. Children, the reason is I want you to teach a very important concept over here. The same concept is carried forward to class 10 also. Okay. When I asked you, okay, when I asked you to find the sum of all the new observations, which I'm highlighting in green box, when I asked you to find the sum of all the new observations which I have highlighted in the green box, all of a sudden what you did, you just added all the observations 7, 12, 15, 16, 20 and 23, isn't it? I'm not saying that it is a wrong method. It is absolutely correct. Okay, but related to this, let me teach you an important concept which will help you in class 10. What did we do in order to get 7, 12, 15, 16, 20, and 23? What did we do? We added 3 to all the original observations 4, 9, 12, 13, 17, and 20. Isn't it? We added 3 to all the original observations 4, 9, 12, 13, 17, and 20. This is what we had done. Isn't it? This is what we had done. So children, 4 was added by 3. 9 also plus 3. 12 also plus 3. 13 also plus 3. 17 plus 3. And then 20 plus 3. Children, I have a question for you. How many 3's did I add? How many? How many?
60.
Exactly. I added 6 times 3. And what is 6 times 3? It is 18. 6 times 3 is what? 18. So if you ask me to find the sum of all the new observations, you know what? I don't have to find all the sum of all the individual new observations one after the other. I don't have to do it. I just need to figure out how much was the total sum which was added to the original sum of observations. So children, 6 times 3 is added. That means 18 more is added. 18 more is added to the original value 75 so that the new sum of all the observation becomes 93. Do you all agree with this? Children, I'm teaching you the way you must think while doing statistics. Okay, I would have completed this topic in 2 minutes also. I don't want to do that. Okay, because there are direct formulas to do such sums. But if you learn it like that, class 10 and even 11th and 12th statistics, you will find very tough. Okay. So children, you must have understood to the sum of all the original observations, I just added 18 more to it so that I got the new sum of all the observations, which is 93. Okay. So if so far everything is fine. Namrata, is it clear? Namrata, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Children, so what we will do is we will
So could
continue.
you scroll down once? Just
Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. What about Terence? Terence, mansalayada?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here it is. Just note it down, Animesh.
yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what they were saying, children, to all the observations given to us, 3 was added, isn't it? So can you tell me total how many observations were there? Total 15 observations were there. To each and every observation, if 3 is added, what would be the total increase? The total increase in value.
45.
45. How did you get that? Because how many observations are there? 15 observations are there. Into the increase on each observation, which is 3. So what will be the total increase in value? 15 times 3. For one observation, it is 3. Then for 15 observations, it would be 15 multiplied by 3. And that is equal to how much? 45. Okay, that is equal to 45. So 45 is what? The value which has been increased on the original sum of observations. What was the original sum of observations? It was 480, isn't it? Now, children, they are asking us to find what is the new average. They are asking us to find what? The new average after each and every observation is increased by 3. So, children, the new average will be what? Sigma xi for all the new observations divided by the number of observations. Number of observations are not changing, children. Remember, number of observations are not changing. It is still 15. So what will be sigma xi new? It would be sigma xi old plus the increased value, isn't it? Plus the increased value. And then whole divided by the number of observations. How much was sigma xi old? How much was sigma xi old? It was 480. Plus, how much value was increased to 480? It was 45. Divided by the total number of observations, which is not changing. It is 15. So 480 plus 45 is what? 525. Divided by 15. Can somebody help me with this?
41.
41. Exactly 41 you're getting?
Yeah,
Everyone?
it was in the middle of
Sir, I
the.
got 35.
Indra?
So 35, sorry.
35. Okay.
Yeah.
What about the rest? Everyone is getting 35?
Sir, I also got 35.
35. Okay. Joshua, Dikshit,
Yes, sir.
got it? 35. Okay. So you have learned a very important concept, children. So shall we take a 5-minute break? Now the time is 7:07. No, we will come back by 7:12. Okay, 7:12. Yeah. They are asking us what would be the new average if each observation. What happened? If each observation is multiplied by 2. Okay, if each observation is multiplied by 2. Children, so they are asking us to find the new average. How do we find the new average in such a situation? It would be, children, the sum of all the old, the sum of all the old observations plus. Here, what is happening? Children, shall I teach you in the conventional way? Otherwise, this is the first time you're coming across a sum like this. Learn it in the conventional way. Then we will learn the shortcut technique. Okay. So all the data are available to us. The old average, the old sum of all the observations, the number of observations is available to us, isn't it? Okay. Now, children, let's learn this by using the same data. What
So
was
is
the
the
number?
answer 34?
Huh?
34.
Wait, no, Baba. We will learn it by using this illustration. Okay, let's not buy hard things. These were the observations which we had taken before. Right? Now, children, they are asking us what will happen if each and every value is multiplied by whom? 2. So if 4 is multiplied by 2, it becomes 8. 9 is multiplied by 2, it becomes 18. 12 is multiplied by 2, it becomes 24. 13 is multiplied by 2, it becomes 26. 17 multiplied by 2, 34. 20 multiplied by 2, it becomes 40. You all have to agree with this. If each and every observation is multiplied by 2. Okay. Now, children, listen to this part. If you had taken the sum of all these observations, how much you were getting, children? I think it was before 75. Yeah, I still remember the value. It was 75. Okay. Now, I would like you to find the sum of all these new observations after each observation is multiplied by 2. Can somebody help me with the sum of all these observations? The new one, 26, 50, 76, 110, and 150. You all agree with this? The new sum of all the observations will be what? 150. Now, children, don't you feel this 150 is nothing but the old sum of all the observations multiplied by 2? What do you all say? The new 150 which you have got, that is nothing but the old sum of all the observations, which was 75 multiplied by 2. Okay, multiplied by 2. So what lesson did you learn here? When each and every observation is multiplied by 2, when each and every observation is multiplied by 2, and then if you take the sum of all the new observations, that is equivalent to multiplying the old sum of all the observations with 2. Are you getting the relation, children? Animesh, Dikshit, Terence,
Could you
Nena.
tell once again?
If you multiply each and every observation with 2, see what did I do here? I multiplied all the observations with 2. And then I took the sum. Then I took the sum of all the new observations. How much did I get? I got 150. Rather than multiplying each and every observation with 2 and then finding its sum, why don't I just multiply the old sum of all the observations? How much it was? 75 with 2. How much is 75 into 2? Is equal to 150. Makes sense, no, children?
So,
This-
but in this one, why are we increasing it by 3? Like 4 plus 4
3.
and then 9.
Well, Arey Baba,
Oh.
this is the sum of all the old observations, no, Animesh?
Oh, got it, sir.
Okay. So children, what I'm trying to say is rather than multiplying each and every observation with 2 and then finding the sum of all the new observations, then you get 150. Just take the sum of all the old observations. How much it was? 75. Just multiply that 75 with 2 and you get the same answer, which is 150. Isn't it? So children, I am going to apply this concept in solving this sum. Okay, I'm going to apply this concept in solving this sum. How much was the old average? Children, how much was the old average? Sigma x bar old, how much it was? How much it was, children? I forgot, 480. No, sigma xi, sorry. Yes, Nana.
Also nothing.
My question was, how much was sigma xi, children? The old one. The old one. It was equal to 480, I think. Am I right? Sigma xi
Yes.
old. This one. Sigma xi old was how much? 480. Right? Now they are asking us to find how much is the new average. How much is the new average when each and every observation is what? Multiplied by 2. So, children, sigma, sorry, if you have to find the new average, if you have to find the new average, that would be equal to the sum of all the observations which you had got in the old one, old observation multiplied by the value by which you are multiplying, which is 2, divided by the number of observations, which is 15. Sigma xi old was how much? 480. Isn't it? Multiplied by 2, divided by 15. Just do this and you will get the answer. Children, did you
Or is it
understand?
64?
What is it, Nana?
So is it 64?
Nana, repeat it.
Sir, is it 64?
64, yeah, exactly. It is 64. Because 480 into 2 is what? 960. And 960 divided by 15. How much it would be? 15 into 6 is 90. Balance 6. 15 into 4 is 60. So the new average would be what? 64. So then I wanted you to understand this part of the question. Sigma xi old multiplied by 2. How did I get this? Just to make you understand this, I taught you this concept. Okay, just to make you understand this. You just need to multiply. See, what was this sigma? Sorry, what was the 75? It was sigma xi old, isn't it? What was the 75? It was sigma xi old. And I just multiplied that value with whom? With 2. So I got what? 150. So rather than multiplying each and every observation with 2, what did I do? I just took the sum of all the old observations and multiplied it with 2. In this question, I have to get the value of x bar new. So that can be found by sigma xi old multiplied by 2, because each and every observation is getting multiplied by 2. So some change will happen in its average, isn't it? So in order to find that, what I did, I multiplied the sum of all the observations, which was old, with 2. And then I divided by the number of observations. So 480 was the sum of all the old observations. I just multiplied that value with whom? 2. I just multiplied that value with whom? 2. So I got 960. 960 divided by 15 is what? 64. So this is the new average, 64. Did everybody follow this? Children, in school, if they teach you, they will just write x bar new is equal to sigma xi old into 2 divided by n. But you know, they will not give you such simple illustrations. Just because of shortage of time, they cannot give. Okay, they are also always in a hurry to finish all the portions. So, you know, even if they want to teach you, they cannot. Just because the management doesn't permit them to cross the limits. Okay, it's not because you don't have good teachers. Your teachers are absolutely fine. Excellent teachers you have. Just that they don't get time to teach in school. Okay. Nana, Animesh, Terence, did you all follow this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Each and everything is noted down. Joshua,
So, but
Diksha.
I'm just confused that, so why are we taking that 4, 9, 12, 13? Why are we increasing it like that?
Are Baba, these are the old observations, no, Animesh.
Yes, sir. So why are we increasing them like that? Previously,
I'm not increasing, I'm adding them. 4 plus 9, 9 plus 12, 12 plus 13, 13 plus 17, 17 plus 20 is equal to how much? 75. I'm not
okay.
increasing, I'm adding. Okay. See this, what I have written here, sigma xi old. So these are the old observations. Now, Animesh, 4, 9, 12, 13, 17, 20.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I'm not increasing them. I'm adding all the old observations. So I got sigma xi old as 75. Now, when you are multiplying each and every old observation with 2, you are getting 8, 80, 24, 26, 34, 40. Now, when you add all these observations together, how much do you get animation? You get 150, isn't it? You get 150. So rather than doing this manually, why can't you just find the sum of all the old observations, which is 75, and multiply with 2? Once and for all, you will get the sum of all the new observations. That is also 150. Understood? So here also what I did, in order to find the new average, I just did sigma xi old. That means the sum of all the old observations multiplied by 2 and then divided by the number of observations. Understood?
Yes.
And the same thing will happen if you, children, the same thing will happen if you divide the given observations with 0.5. I am going to throw a new question at you. Okay, this is the question. One last sum, children, and then we can wind up. This one. This one, children. The mean of 15 observations, 30 to find the resulting mean if the observation is, if each observation is divided by 0.5. Okay, now you don't have to break your head, children. How will you find the new average? X bar new is equal to sigma xi old. Sigma xi old. Just divide the sum of all the old observations with whom 0.5. Okay, and then whole divided by the number of observations. That's it. In the previous one, what we did, we multiplied the sum of all the old observations with the 2. This time they are asking us what? What would be the new average if each and every observation is divided by 0.5? So the logic goes like this. The new average will be the sum of all the old observations divided by 0.5. Rather than, children, just to save our time, rather than dividing each and every observation given to you with 0.5, then taking the sum of all and then finding the new average, just do this. Sigma xi old divided by 0.5 whole divided by n. Children, what is sigma xi old? Sigma xi was how much? 480. So 480 divided by 0.5 whole divided by the number of observations, which was 15. Can somebody help me with this? 480 divided by 0.5. I think it is 960.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 960 divided by 15. How much it would be? Same answer, I think.
64.
64. Very good. 64.
So does it works like that, that if the mean of 15 is 32, then you just multiply it by 2. Just multiply the mean by 2. So it will be 64. And then so here the mean of 15 observation is 32. And when we divide it by 0.5, the answer is 64.
Yeah.
So why can't we directly do that?
You can directly do that, but you have to understand the concept behind this. No? That's what I said. In school, they will directly teach you multiply it with 2, divide it by 0.5. But you need to understand what is the background story of this. Isn't it? That's the point. Otherwise, I would have directly taught, new average is equal to what? Old average multiplied by 2. Otherwise, old average divided by 0.5. In 2 seconds, you would have got the answer, but you will never understand in your whole life what was happening in the background. Isn't it? Yeah. Children, is that enough? Children, question number 7. Fifth part we will do in the next session. Okay, because that is based on percentages. When each and every observation is increased by 60%. So there I will need some extra time to teach how to deal with percentages. Okay, so that we can do in our next session, which will happen on Thursday. All right, which will happen on Thursday. Children, I had a request. Can we keep Thursday's class tomorrow at 6 o'clock? If you don't mind, Because
Yes.
Thursday I have class 10 batch. Okay, tomorrow was the regular class for them. But since their pre-boards are going on, tomorrow they are not able to attend. So if I shift their class for Thursday and I prepone your class for tomorrow, will there be any problem? No, right? Okay, so tomorrow, children, not Thursday, we will meet tomorrow, which is a Wednesday at 6 p.m. Okay, 6 p.m. to 7:30. All right.
Okay, sir.
Nana, Terence, nobody has any issues, no? It's not clashing with your other schedule.
Sir, I don't think, I don't know if I'll be able to attend, sir. I have biology 2 chapters, sir. It's big.
But biology tuition undo.
Sir, no, sir.